Let's take a look at an opening gap trade from Friday morning. This was a move higher in Finisar. This came on the heels of some analyst upgrades. We had Piper upgrade this one. We actually had a bunch of upgrades on Finisar, and the result was that the stock gapped higher. Didn't quite make it to that $30 price target that the analysts had established for it, but what it did do was make a 2 standard deviation Baltimore chop opening gap. So this one was pretty much textbook. The gap met all the criteria that we have in the room, and if you'll recall, Rick called this one as a second bar reversal entry. So the reason he did that, of course, is that fits the pattern. We've got a 2SD, very high probability of a reversion to the mean. So in this case, we're not looking for it to get all the way back down into here, into the central pivot value area for the day. But what we are looking for it to do is make a move in the direction of the pivot. And since it is a second bar entry, which we know because the first bar puts in the lowest low of the morning, right? Then the second bar comes, violates that low, moves down. That makes it hard to establish a target sometimes. But as you know, a very simple tool to use is going to be the fib line, fib study. And in this case, we can see that a violation of the 26.49 low gave us the target that Rick called in the room down here at 25.99. So 50 cents a share on that move, and it was a very smooth drop from the opening low down to our profit objective. Now, of course, you could have taken it on any one of these retracement entries as well. We don't really focus on those. I'm always just looking for that first move, that first reversion back toward the mean. That's the one that puts us up into the 95% confidence interval. That's the one that gives us a very, very high probability of a reversion. Once the moves start to accumulate over the course of the day, you have much less of an opportunity to capitalize on them. But this wound up being a really good trade, and it's just another example of how we can knock these things down in the room every single day if we just stay focused and help each other stay in front of the opportunities.